Now that I've already started to, put out information, it's very important that I share everything I can so that you have not a full understanding, because understanding starts within. You can't understand nothing I say unless you know who you are, you know, and you know yourself within. So, I say that to say this. It is not possible, and anybody could debate me on this and we could play ping pong, but it is not possible to stay connected to yourself 24/7, which is why you need to become self-disciplined, okay? Growing up, your parents discipline you, right? Your guardians discipline you. Teachers discipline you. Other authorities discipline you. But when you become in charge of your life, you need to have self-discipline. You need to be your disciplinary. You need to be the person giving out the disciplinary actions. You need to have self-discipline. You cannot have, there's no such thing as somebody, if somebody has discipline, if I say, oh, I know you cannot use discipline without involving somebody else, right? Meaning, if I say somebody is disciplined, that means that it came from another source. Somebody instilled, somebody put that into you, somebody assisted with that. Whether or not you listened, somebody insisted with disciplining you. When you are no longer being disciplined by another authority, whether it be a guardian, teacher, whoever, you have to take over that role in self-discipline. And that is something we do. Right now, the biggest thing I am teaching my children is self-discipline. Stop. Yes, I'm not going to say stop disciplining your children. What I would say is incorporate self-discipline. When my children do something bad, not bad, but when my children do something they know they're not supposed to do, because they know, trust me, they know. When my children do something they know they're not supposed to do. And you can ask my family, depending on what it is, of course. But majority of the time, we're going to sit there. Like my siblings used to tell me I talk too much. They don't say that no more because they see how it works, right? It's how it works. Boom. Child does something they're not supposed to do. Before you even, I'm not going to tell you what order to do this in. Do it in whatever order you feel necessary. But you always have to incorporate self-discipline. Whether it's before or after the disciplinary action, you need to bring it all. Make sure this self-discipline is the main focus. So what do? Boom. So-and-so does something they're not supposed to do, and they know they're not supposed to do it. Why did you do that? Whatever the answer is, right? Ask them, why did you do that? Until the answer allows you to ask them, was that the right thing to do? No, right? If it wasn't the right thing to do, then I need to know why you did it. What made you do it? And you're going to teach your child to become aware of where their actions are stemming from. The actions are coming somewhere, and it's not always the parent. And what I mean by it's not always the parent is, it's not always the parent displaying those actions. Even if the parent allowed the child to have a device that allowed them to access whatever it is that's feeding these actions, it's that is still not a direct response to the parent doing something. It's a response to what they were allowed to have access to. So, why did you do that? Was that the right thing to do? Then why did you do it? Why did you do that? Was that the right thing to do? then why did you do it? That cycle of questions is going to create that self-discipline. Because now I have to think about, or the child, and they are more than capable of thinking these thoughts. Please believe. Because as a child, I was. Okay? Children are smart. They're smarter than us. And then we dumb them down. Okay? So, why did you do that? Was that the right thing to do? Then why did you do that? Okay? It's going to bring them to themselves. It's like sending somebody right to themselves to figure out exactly what the heck is going on. Because you go have a conversation with who you need to have a conversation with and come back with some solutions, which is self-discipline. Okay? I tell my children all the time, it's not easy doing the right thing. It is not easy making the right decision. And what I mean by that, because sometimes making the right decision could be easy, right? Oh, you want $100, you want $200. $200 would be the right decision, right? No, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about real life stuff. It's not easy being good. That's what I'll say. Not the right decision, because that's too broad. It's not easy being good. It's not. Because being bad is so much fun. Being bad doesn't come with accountability. It doesn't come with self-discipline. It comes with a lot of 0 F's given. It comes with a lot of YOLO. It comes with we just out here with it. Whatever we want to do, we doing. We don't care who it affects. We're selfless. It's not easy being good. It's not easy being good to yourself. It's not easy being good to others. It is so easy to just let yourself and let your flesh not be at one. Remember, the self really has no control unless it connects to the flesh. But the flesh is the one that has to open that door for the self to connect to. Okay? Listen. It is not, and that's why I say you cannot stay connected to self. It is impossible to stay connected to self. Treat self like a library. How many libraries? Before COVID, forget about COVID, okay? Forget about what we're blaming everything on. Before COVID, libraries were still being shut down and not accessible to many. You know? I remember, I don't, correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember there used to be like a lot. Well, I grew up in New York City, so there's a ton of libraries. But there used to be a library in every neighborhood. I'm in Georgia now, it's a little different. But either way, treat self like a library. Flesh needs to go to the library to study, get answers, analyze. And I'm going to stop saying get answers because that comes with time. That comes with time because when you receive something as an answer, that's because you trust it as a good source of knowledge, I would say. When you're given an answer, you're being given what it is that you want to know. You know? It may not be what you want to hear. Don't confuse answers with what you want to hear. Answers is pretty much a response to what it is that you are asking, and it's given knowledge. Okay? because you can always extract something out of an answer. There's so much to extract from the answers you'll get. So, yeah, treat self like a library. Treat self like a library. When you go into a library, you're supposed to be what? Shh. You're supposed to be quiet. Why are you supposed to be quiet? Why do they make sure that you're quiet in libraries? Because sound is a form of distraction. And when you're distracted, you can't focus on what it is that you're trying to read. When you're reading, you're in a deep... Reading is almost like meditating, and people don't even know it. A lot of people... Listen, meditation, and we're going to go back to what I was talking about before real quick, because I have to. There's so many different ways to meditate without sitting without sitting in different rest positions. Is that one of the best ways to meditate? Yes. But you know another way you can meditate? Sit. Visualize in silence. Writing and rereading it to yourself. Writing down your thoughts. Writing down what's bothering you. That's reflective meditation. There's so many different ways to meditate. Heck, read your favorite book that's not even your favorite book. Read something that is going to inspire you and propel you into the energy that you're trying to, receive. People think you attract. Don't forget there's duality. Everything that comes to you is not stuff you attract. If you was to step in shit, you gonna say, oh, I attracted the shit? No, you stepped in the shit. The shit didn't come to you. Somebody's dog took a poop. They didn't clean it up. You went for a stroll one day and you're distracted, or you're just not paying attention, or you're a bunch of things that makes you not see the shit. You didn't attract the shit. You walked into it. There's duality in everything. Stop thinking that everything that comes to you came to you. Some stuff you strolled right into. Okay? There's duality in everything. Duality is one of the biggest things I enjoy talking about, because it opens your mind up to it's like, why would you want to just see things with one eye? Do this. Is this fun? Does this give you a big perspective on life? No, it doesn't. It makes you work more. You have to search more for answers when you don't believe in duality. When you don't see the duality. When you don't see both sides. Not for what it is, just for it being there. And anytime there's two of something, don't always think that there's a good and bad, okay? Duality isn't just about good and bad. Push and pull. Is the pull bad or is the push bad? We don't know. And there's no saying if one of them is bad. We just know that where there's a push, there can be a pull. Where there's a pull, there can be a push. That's literally it. That's literally it. And the pull and push create motion. Duality creates motion. If there was no duality, oh my God, like there would be there'd be nothing. Nothing. There would just be a drop of nothingness. Just a whole dropping of, like, it would just be a drop of nothingness. A black hole of nothing. Okay? I'm done.